We rejoin a run already in progress. All right, folks. So, for this, I don't think, I'm not going to stream through unlocking literally every single thing, mostly because that would involve a lot of me streaming like massive 3.5 hour runs that I think would get tedious. But I am going to try to show off some of the new content, at least to a decent extent, and some of the new things the characters can do. And that. And what my big capstone for this is going to be is that once I unlock the mercenary, which I haven't done yet because I've been really struggling to get a W in this. I forgot how hard the 2D Risk of Rain was compared to Risk of Rain 2. Once I unlock the mercenary, in the original Risk of Rain, there was an item that you could only unlock by beating the game on Monsoon difficulty, on the highest difficulty level as the mercenary. And it was the only thing you had to beat the game on Monsoon for. So, once I get to a point where I'm able to unlock that, if it's still the same in this game, which I'm going to assume it is, then we're going to shoot for that. And once we get it, and I'll only make attempts for that on stream, once I get that, that's going to be our big capper for this one, and we're going to switch to something else. But for the time being, we are playing as the miner. We've got a couple of things on right now. First of all, you can see we've got the command artifact. What was I farming right now? Oh yeah, I was grabbing mysterious vials because I want the HP regen. We also have the artifact of kin on, which is something that I turned on mostly because it will ease a few things, but also because an upcoming to get this skill that I'm trying to unlock, pardon me, we have to fight a specific enemy type. And I also have the artifact of glass on, which is just to make it easier to destroy things faster. As you can see, it's doing a bang-up job here. I'm going to avoid spending too much time here inside of the Boar Beach area, because this is where I usually will set up to just like auto grind some stuff and get basically free runs because of using the infusion and a bunch of other stuff. They fixed the infusion HP exploit in this game, by the way, which kind of sucks. So if you've never seen this area, you can only come here from one of the versions of the Ancient Tundra map. I think that's what it's called. And you drop in here, and it's just a bunch of the little baby piglets. And one of them is wearing a t-shirt, which I will show that off in just a second as we scroll down here. This white undershirt, it provides you with some free armor. And yeah, this thing is incredibly gross looking compared to the original. It looks like it's had its eyes removed, I think. It's just, ugh. Not great. But in this area, the only things that spawn over time are more toxic beasts and scavengers, which scavengers will spawn much later. So you can actually set up in that place that we were starting out. And if you have certain items that will help you get a little bit of regen in case you take damage from the piglets and anything to like remove them immediately, barbed wire is a good option for this, but we're avoiding that on purpose. You can just farm max HP for your infusion, tons of drops. It's kind of ridiculously broken. Of course, this is only accessible in single player. It has never been a thing you can do in multiplayer to my knowledge whatsoever. So yeah, I think at this point we start, we're going to start farming up these razor pennies. These are something that I unlocked, and I forget how. they give you 3% crit chance per penny, and for each one you gain 1 gold for a crit, which is all right. Over here we've got this thing that says retrieve equipment. We stored this in a previous run, which is a new thing in the game. It's a very interesting one. There wasn't really a lot of like inter-run connectivity before, other than, oh hey, you unlocked stuff that gives you more items from in future runs. Meanwhile, now here they've added that, so that's kind of cool. You can tell that I'm not good at my words right now. It's a very interesting approach to, well, just things in general, really. Oh, that's just a use item box. That's a shame. I guess they were not going to add in the whole lunar coins and everything from Risk of Rain 2, just to try to keep this game having a different identity or something. But yeah, that's a neat thing. Is that, like, right before the final boss, you can store your equipment for recollecting during a future run. Which is great if you have, like, a really... if you have one of the more obscure ones, which would mostly be things that drop only from bosses. Ooh, this would be a good place to try and work on another achievement, because we have just these whorls here that are spawning. That's what they're called. They're like these Nautilus-looking motherfuckers here. Can we get... Oh, I don't think they jump. That's a shame. And that down there is an artifact shard. There's... Apparently one of the new artifacts requires you to just get pieces of it, I suppose. Interesting. Anyway, yeah, our health regen is not good enough yet, so we want more of that. Okay, so if these fellas spawn up here, we can dash at them, and that should get us some. Should hopefully get them to fall into the pit. Which is, again, it's an achievement that was in the original game and is in this one too, for throwing 20 of them into the pit. I don't know if it's cumulative or what. Usually you would want to do that with the Enforcer. One of the very few things that you'd be like, oh yeah, I really want to use the Enforcer for that. The Enforcer is garbage. Which, I mean... That's not exactly new or anything. If you've played the original Risk of Rain, Enforcer was probably like the lowest of low tier. But still. Game, come on. Yeah, well, it did it as soon as I moved away, at least, so there's something there. Let's get us some upward mobility items here. Alright, well that's 4 of those, so that's cool. Oh wait, no, is there a platform down there? Oh, you are kidding me! They're landing on the little thing to the broken artifact. Oh, game, you are an absolute jerk. I was just looking to see if there was anything over here. Well, I suppose at the very least, I'm just gonna rub into this wall basically to see that there's no weird locations like that that they can, you know, bullshit their way into. Yeah, especially not if it goes flying that far. This should do significantly better for us. Oops. Dang it. Oh, also, we are currently gaining a temporary stack of any item that we pick up as a consequence of this substandard duplicator, which is a thing that we unlock from a challenge that'll show off because I would like to show off the character that is involved with it. Again, I guess unless this particular run takes me like 3 hours, which it probably won't, but... Oh, crud. Yeah, you can see why this is gonna get, like, stretched out unduly, because... Yeah, come here, dude. Dang it. Right, so just ignore all the other enemies. Except for the ones that spawn on that cliff. Those ones we toss into the abyss. Because if we go deal with the other things, we all know what's going to happen, right? Is that more of these dudes are going to spawn here, and we're going to be upset. We'll take care of those once we're done with this. However, we still have ample time to generate these chests using the Captain's Brooch. Captain's Brooch. And let that happen. Over you go, buddy. Nice. There we go, everybody. Now, we need to clean up. We can go look for any naturally spawning chests. And then we can get out of the level. I think that's a healing drone, which isn't really super important to us right now. Alright, so the adaptive chests still operate the same way as usual. I'll grab a Panic Mines. The description is very, very bad on those. It says, oh, it drops at low health. No, it's a chance whenever you get hit, with the chance increasing the lower your health goes. Very, very not correct description. I have no idea why it's like that. It was like that in the original, and they just never changed it, I suppose. However, the chests still emit command essences, so... yeah. Recycle that drone. Yeah, I don't know if I've gotten a chance to show off the drone recycler before. But if not, there you go. That's what it does. You put a drone into it and it trades it for an item. In normal gameplay, it is a regular item and not a command essence. The command essence in this case is a consequence of the fact that I'm playing this with the command artifact. Where's... there we go. Alright, we're off to a stage 4. This is something that I don't think we've seen on here yet. Ah, and it's this one. The Magma Barracks. Also known as a huge pain in the butt. Ooh, challenge the mountain. Yes, indeed. I love, by the way, that like curls up into a little fist when you grab it. Great animation. And if real people were working on the Risk of Rain 2 DLC that's coming out, instead of just whoever Randy Pitchford could figure out to underpay, I would be like, yeah, I would love if they added that into it when they updated it, but I mean, I still kind of would, but I'm just holding my breath significantly less, you know. Oh, we can't reach up there yet. That's one of the, well, several environmental logs I haven't gotten yet. Yeah, we should probably stack the pennies. Yeah, this version of the map doesn't seem to have a whole lot of magma. Oh, there's some deep stuff. Usually in this level, you have a chance of spawning a boss called a cremator, which is a lava turtle that bombards you constantly with fiery rocks. And it can get kind of annoying. Interestingly, though, they did add a unique item for it in this game, which it was one of the handful of bosses in the OG that didn't have one. In this game, it has its own unique item, which gives you, I think, 20 points of shield, because, yeah, shields in this game were very small. And when it breaks, you launch some fiery rocks everywhere. Simple as that, really. Now might be a time to start taking the rest of jetpacks for the gravity reduction. Ooh, that looks like an artifact fragment. We'll take the Hunter's Harpoon. To be honest with you, the Hunter's Harpoon is probably not as good as it was in Risk of Rain 2. However, it is a constant movement speed buff of 25%. So all told, I'm not going to complain too much about that, at least. Ooh, really? Okay. Thanks, game. That, I was not expecting to kill me in 2 hits either, so... Pfft. We unlocked Filial Imprinting. That's not really a great item, but we unlocked it anyway. Alright. So let's take a look at where we're at with this stuff. Item-wise, we still have... Loader travels 6,500 meters using the hydraulic gauntlet. That's pretty easy to do. It's just a matter of time. Engineer, detonate 15 bounding mines within 5 seconds. This is significantly easier now because backup magazines are an item in this game, as you can see. So you can just farm up a couple of those and get some extra mines. It's not that hard, really. Got that already. Huntress achieved 200% attack speed. Again, that's just sit around with the command artifact for a while. The artifacts kind of break a lot of this stuff open, which, you know, I'm glad for, because having these be difficult to unlock does kind of suck. Find the illegal shipment. I don't know what this is. I don't know anything about this, so... Find this item hidden somewhere in the world to unlock it. Well, I haven't yet, so I don't know how to... That goes. Complete the Providence Trial Kited Blades. I don't have that available yet, so again, can't say a whole lot there. Not sure what this is. This might be something related to the mercenary. Handy. Kill 10 enemies simultaneously with forced reassembly. Not terrible. You just have to group up a decent-sized group of small enemies to blow up. Kill the scavenger, that's pretty easy. Engineer, kill a boss in 15 seconds or less. Yeah, just equip glass and there you go. It's completely free. Instead of just mostly free. Around 20 whirls, we just did that. Find the bloated survivor. This is an object you can find in the hive cluster stage, I believe, which is one of the stage 4s and not the one that we got, as you noticed. Accurate spread 3,300 feet of caustic sludge, which is just use the move over and over. Miner, survive the teleporter event without falling below 50% health. Not as hard as it sounds. Huntress, defeat the ancient wisp without taking damage. I don't think that's too hard either. It just kind of depends a little bit. And again, it's made easier with glass artifact and stuff like that. Get a gold rank on at least 5 Providence trials. That could be quite irritating because, as we've seen, most of those Providence trials are not easy at all. Providence trial main system's offline. I don't think I... Oh, no, I do have that. I just haven't looked at it yet. Chef, sear or flambe 20 sand crabs. I just haven't done this yet. Get there eventually. Bandit, reset your cooldowns 15 times consecutively. This is that you have to land a killing blow with lights out. Much easier with the glass artifact. I'll tell you that for free. Miner, reach level 10 without getting hurt more than once. Oh my god, this is hard as fuck. So, what I ended up doing, this is why I went and unlocked all the artifacts, was mostly to be able to do this. So, I turned on Artifact of Glass, and I dialed up the damage dealt and damage taken as high as they would go. Damage taken specifically, so that way I would die if I took damage, like guaranteed. And that's a good way to make sure that you actually, you know, to prevent any instances of, like, you think you get there, but you actually screwed up because you'll be dead. You won't get there. And in my case, I also turned on Command and Kin in order to make things easier. Turning on the Artifact of Kin helps eliminate shitty spawns on the first level. And, you know, the worst thing you can get is a Greater Wisp, and if you do that, you take the L. You just die, and okay. You got something better afterwards. Sniper, one-shot kill 10 enemies consecutively. That'll be easy with some artifacts. Complete the Providence trial or rung above. Don't know that one offhand. Die 50 times. I just haven't gotten there yet. There it is. I'm pretty sure this is our Mercenary Ancient Scepter. Use the same equipment activator 5 times for the Bottled Chaos. So, Bottled Chaos is kind of infamous in Risk of Rain 2 for the fact that since it randomly chooses from, like, basically any any equipment that's not targeted or anything like that, you can activate the volcanic egg quite easily and go flying and lose control of yourself, and that's not great. There is nothing quite like that in this game, so I'm pretty sure that this is actually extremely good in this game. Artificer, multi-kill 15 enemies. I just need to get into a position where I can actually do this at some point, and that shouldn't be too hard. Again, with some artifact assistance. Complete the Providence trial, a duplicator. I will show that off in a moment. Complete the Providence trial, emergency ejection. I haven't seen that yet either. Mando, activate the third teleporter without being hurt once. I'm going to do the same thing that I did for the minor one to get this at some point. Loader requires us to kill the overloading magma worm. We can ease this by using the Artifact of Honor to force... Oh, good lord. To force elite spawns, so we get a chance at the magma worm and it turns into an overloader by default. However, fighting an overloader is still kind of a pain in the ass, so this could be pretty rough. Get to it at some point. Sniper achieve 15 consecutive perfect reloads. This can be ground out with nothing around. So, yeah, I just need to actually bother to do it. I don't like playing the sniper, though. Enforcer, stay in shield mode for 5 minutes straight in combat. I mean, I'd have to get to a point where I'm grinding up that much, you know, that long of a combat. Otherwise, this shouldn't be too hard. I may have to play on a higher difficulty in order to force this one. Andy, beat the third stage without falling below 60% health. Yeah. And Bandit, kill a boss with lights out. Again, should not be too hard. We got some data pages for our challengers, our survivors that we won with. Got some pretty nice pixel art for these dudes. And there's some nice fun flavor text for them. Vanity statutes. That's a phrase, all right. So yeah, these are the only two that we've had a W as so far, are the Enforcer. And the Enforcer, I just kind of, you know, push the matter eventually, because it's like, gee, the less I have to play this dude, the better. And the Chef, who the Chef is actually, like, really fun. Yeah. Environments. There's a lot of these environment logs we don't have. As you can see, each map, except for the last one, has 6 variants, and the last one only has 2. So yeah, all right, over here. Okay, so this is where we can take a look at our complete list of stuff, and these are character-specific challenges. These are challenges for the artifacts. The artifact of origin. I'm assuming that the artifact of origin is, once again, that you beat the game with the original 9 artifacts. Find the artifact of Tempest. I don't know what that is. Or the artifact of Cognation. Sightseeing. Yeah, that'll be our 4 hidden artifact shards one. Get a gold rank on at least 15 Providence trials. That's a freaking nightmare, man. That's absolutely disgusting. Also, wow, these monster logs shored up really fast. They drop on drizzle now, so that did make our life quite a bit easier with that, but we still haven't gotten an Ancient Wisp, a Cremator, or the final boss. I'm sure that'll crop up eventually. So for now, let's take a look at a couple of these before we go back into things. And I'm going to take one more whack at the scavenger hunt. We already have the shrapnel grenade, so I'm not concerned about that. I just would find it nice to get a win, that's all. If at all possible. Unfortunately, our first drone is a healing drone, which is not bad, really, but it does mean that we are going to not have a whole lot of DPS out for at least a moment here. Missile drone is much better for that purpose. Where's the coinage? There we go. Alright, we get an attack drone. It's got pretty good knockback to it, I must say. It's got that going for it. I'm wondering if, like, trying to barge into the side rooms is an issue. Sec, where's my sixth? Oh, it's a missile drone. Okay, I see. Gotcha. Alright. Why did I turn around? Oh, it's because I was not actually in the... Ah, crud. Get up there. Laser drone. It's potentially quite good. Piercing beam does some decent damage. Missile drone, that's even better. Yeah, I've seen some people suggest that it's not even necessarily worth going for the arms race or for the other thing over there and just grab the 20 gold drones on the one side of the map and go from there. And that's what I'm going to try doing and see if that works. I don't think it'll necessarily be enough to get us the crown or anything, but you know, if so, all the better. Get up. Crap. I'm having the charge field generator is a real problem. The charge field generator being the thing that creates that, yeah, obviously. You probably were able to figure that out quite easily from the name. But, listen, I just wanted to be absolutely sure that all of us were on the same level here. That's a lot of healing drones, game. In fact, it's so many that I'm trying to get out of here, man. Come on. I'm actually just gonna, you know, cut bait here, and we're gonna go for it early. Could you not, buddy? Like, turn it off. Shut it down. Fucking get rid of it, asshole. Come on. Does this thing need to last for an hour? Seriously? Come on. Doesn't last that long when I use it, that's for sure. Very nice. I'll take one of those. I'd rather have the arms race, actually, but... you know, a drop is a drop. I'm not going to truly complain. You know what, I'm gonna do this. Alright, because the big lizard will have another thing, right? Yeah, because that's how this works, is that the big lizard's having the key cards. And we got a little bit of cash, so we can actually recover from if we lose drones. Get back. Get back. Okay, yeah, that just looks like there's a thing for me to stand on, and there pointedly is not. Some good design. I think that actually, in terms of like anything that I could truly complain about design-wise, is just the fact that for some reason, when your drones from the backup die, it counts for him. That just seems a little bit cruel. 'Cause it's not. They're just timing out. Thanks. Not the item I'm looking for, but okay. Just start getting things going from there. Oh, I was getting shot in the back the whole time. I'm almost considering trying out the drone upgraders, because I haven't shown that off. But a lot of that would rely on me actually getting a set of 3 of the same drone, which, as if that's going to happen anytime soon. That, again, we don't really need the infusions because they're too small of an effect. Alright, keep pushing the... Well, thank you. This is going to be kind of rough. I don't think I'm going to spend too much time on this, just because we unlock this through an alternate means. The reward from this. This is mostly just to be like, hey, yeah, this is what it's like, or something. To that effect. Got that. Drop down. Through. I don't know if I even have the full... Oh, I shouldn't have taken that. Because as we've established already... Because of that, yeah. This extremely fair thing that he does. I don't know why any of you think I'm being sarcastic. Yeah, I meant to go pick up the other item. I just was so much on autopilot that I didn't. So, yeah, let's see if we can do that a little bit better this time. Oh, neat. Wish these drones were a little bit more proactive in terms of fighting things, by which I mean, guys, go down there and shoot this stuff. say I'm not paying them to do nothing, but I'm not paying them at all. Which usually they, you know, they're robots. They don't normally have anything to say about that, right? The other thing that I kind of like about this on some, like, really perverse level is the fact that they were like, okay, we're gonna put a completely unrelated unlock in here that is, we're literally just putting this here because it would make this more difficult, and fuck you. It's admirable, but also completely terrible. Already? Who died? Who gave up? Well, now I can see that it's like half the fucking crew is dead. Get out of my way, dude. Oh, it looks like nobody died there. He just, well, okay, at least that time I understand why, but yeah, no, this is just terrible. A lot of these are severely unbalanced. I would be surprised if anybody actually playtested these. I don't know, maybe Randy Pitchford didn't give him time. He's just like, I need my money now! For this $15 game. You know. What an absolute champion, that Randy Pitchford. Anyway, I want to show this off real quick. The Duplicator Challenge. So, in this, we get to play as one of the new characters for the game, the Drifter. Whenever the Drifter hits people with his sack full of junk, they emit scrap metal out of them. And when you fully charge your scrap gauge, or at least charge it enough, you can use more powerful skills. And in our case, one of the ones that we have is that for our ult up there, we can press V and we can spawn 4 random temporary items. You can kind of see how this could end up being a little bit broken with the right setup. And basically, all there is to this challenge is that the game wants you to reach such a point as you have, what was it, 100 at the end of this? Yeah, and the challenge, the target for the target for the crown is 200, which I did not get anywhere near my first time doing this. This isn't necessarily like a revenge match or anything, though. This is just... I'm mostly just showing this off because I think this is insanely cool. You know, real duality of man here kind of thing going. On one hand, they can do something as cool as this, and on the other, you got the scavenger hunt. Yikes, 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 yikes. Oh, these worms are absolutely gunning for my guts here. Oh. They are not amused by the fact that I continue to live. Well, that technically counts, even though we still got our... we still got thrashed. I'm going to take another shot at that. Just, again, like I said, this is extremely fun. And okay, yeah, getting 2 temporary alien heads means we can at least focus a little bit more on the other things, the duplicators. Oh, I screwed that up a little bit. I was trying to... Obviously, I was trying to grab the duplicator before the... You guys knew that, though. You don't need me to explain everything, do ya? Just some of it. I chose the worst possible time, but that would have been a nice set of stuff to drop. Unfortunately, yeah, that's the other flip side of it, is just that you don't get any sort of defensive capability here. One of the other abilities might be a defensive thing, but I've just kind of forgotten. Anyway, yeah, it's not really feasible for us to go grab a head or a duplicator before we deploy our first set of random junk. So that's why I was not concerned with doing anything like that. By the way, I think that worm got killed. Well, if he did, something else is coming. Ah, the stumps. Yeah, see, 105 is our best, and the record is seriously 200. I don't know how out of your mind you gotta play, or like what secret strategy that I don't know. Just, ooh, boy. Oh, that's why this, these gold trophy things are just like absolutely, you're kidding me, right? What kind of incredibly sick person? Anyway, saying that, let's go grab a couple of things that are looking to be a little bit easy. So we've seen a little bit of the bandit already. We showed off the whip last time, so we know what that's like. The flashbang. This creates an area around wherever it lands. It is not just dropped next to you, unfortunately. That stuns and blinds enemies, and enemies that are inside the area, i.e. blinded, they can't attack, they're slowed, and they take more damage. It's neat. Standoff. We saw this, that we gain some bonus damage through using our ult for kills instead of resetting our cooldowns. It's a new way to play Bandit, at least a little bit. They want to give him some more flexibility, but really he just seems to be the same single target oriented dude as usual. Which is a shame because this isn't a good game for that kind of thing. So unfortunately the Bandit, I feel, is probably going to end up being considered low tier in the end, just because, you know, he's functioning for a niche that does not exist in this game. Yeah, let's just get these. There was another... Oh, right, it was kill a boss with lights out. Yeah, that's easy enough. I just have to remember to turn Artifact of Kin off at some point. Oh, I think that probably reset our counter. Yeah, heavy finger and all that. Well, it's fine. We're dealing with just jellyfish here, though, so we'll be able to... As long as we can line these fellas up. Which isn't super hard. Yeah, we'll be able to get this easily enough. as Christmas trees. I mean, most of them already do have sort of like a vaguely conic shape anyway, or at least, you know, round flat base, tallish, narrower at the top than at the bottom. You got to start there at least. Come on, guys. I'm trying to set these up in a... Ooh, nice. One of them dropped a red. Ugh! Yeah, this is the other problem with this just sheer glut of these dudes. Can we not get jellyfish? They kind of aren't great for this. I'd rather have the lizards or the wisps or something. But oh well. What if we stack bitter roots for survivability? Yeah, only plus 8% max health, and you can see that's like nothing at this sort of level. Or at all for most of this run, but I digress. Well, there's our teleporter we can take to... Oh, I think we should... I think we should do something funny here. That's right, we're taking both challenges of the mountain. Alright, game, show me that you mean business. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. That's about what I expected. Wait, I killed 3 of them, so were there like 7 for that? Yeah. That's fine. Golem should still be able to be killed in one shot with our ult. If not, we'll find out, and we'll... I was gonna say, and if they can't be, we'll just have to soften them up first. Got him right while I was spawning in. Ah, shit. I better choose fast. Well, dang it. Yeah, technically there is actually a trade-off to the Artifact of Command, folks. And it said it can get you killed if you don't pick immediately. I did not. Seven. Eight. Heard another one spawn in. 9. 10. 11. Come on, guys. 12. 13. 14. 15. There we go. It gets us the contract. It's called the list. I always call it the contract for whatever reason. We want the captain's brooch. Fuck. Oh. Oops. Well, we got that, and that's the important part. Oh, it's called the hit list, not just the list. Pardon me. Didn't mean to overrepresent it. Turn the Artifact of Kin off for now. In order to go unlock that other item. Gunfire's like super fast now, which is great. Nice. There's my ceremonial dagger. There we go. This setup, that's almost a free run. I say almost because if you don't bother to like do anything else useful, you'll end up just accidentally getting killed by some other shit that you couldn't see coming. Or just got through all your, you know, all your pokey things. Yep. Very simple. And yeah, then that happens. Well, that's alright. We got what we came here for. The pillaged gold. I forget what that... Oh, that's a use item, isn't it? It looks... Yeah, it looked red. But... This is... whenever you deal damage to an enemy while it's active, you gain some extra gold, I think. Let's take a look here. Still don't know what that is. Looks like it might be commando themed, though. Alright, let's see if we can do the commando one that you see there. We're going to go into here. We're dialing our damage taken all the way up. Yes, thank you. Come on, that was a little too easy, wasn't it? Now we're just going to be the classic look here. And our goal is that we want to get to activating that third teleporter without taking a single hit. And that's why I've turned the damage that we take all the way up. Again, as before, This means that if we get hit by an enemy, we'll just die. Like, we'll still have to be concerned about fall damage, as you can see there. But, you know, for some reason, that's not affected. It may not even be able to kill us anyway. Let's see if there's anything of note in here. Yeah, there's a log. Well, good luck with that. That's always a pain. And yeah, we took the death there on purpose, but we did get ourselves that environmental log, which is nice. Hooray, we got a little bit of extra completion. But yes, we want to avoid taking big falls, and if we do, we want to drop into a dive roll afterwards. And that thing, ooh, that took a huge turn. That one jellyfish is like, nope, get out. Well, okay, I guess we're playing a different version of the map this time. Grab that 56 leaf clover. Well, surprisingly, falls are the things that hurt us the least right now. Because for some reason, they're not modified by the damage multiplier that we added. I don't know why, but maybe it's like an exact words thing and I was not paying great attention. Alright, so I'm pretty sure that the ukulele gives us only a fixed percentage chance of getting Chain Lightning no matter how many we stack. Like it does in Risk of Rain 2. I think that's basically, you know, old behavior. So we don't need to worry about more of those for the time being. Well, yeah, because they don't wear underplants. I can't make fun of anybody else for, you know, bad jokes at that point. Oh, I forgot they have a gigantic hitbox. A gigantic damage box thing when they do that. I was just like, yeah, okay, I'll bait this stupid idiot out, and then nope, I was the one who got caught in the end. I deserved that, I think. Tell a bad joke, and then that happens. It's okay. We have one of the challenges does require us to die a whole bunch of times total, so like, yeah, technically it is making progress on something still, which is incredibly bizarre, but there you go. I'm gonna take the coffee cup instead of the extra crit chance stuff, at least for now. Because we don't necessarily need extra damage for the moment. Oh, hey, look, I already have this thing. We'll pick it up anyway. Just to show you folks that, yeah, that's how you find the Artifact of Honor. If you're on this particular variation in the map, you go down this tree with a little bit of blue stuff on it. There it is. Eventually I'll just start memorizing where these things are. However, eventually it's just not right now. That's not useful to my endeavors. Oh, I'm surprised it took us this long for one of those to show up. That's alright. That and oh yeah, see, now we're starting to get a little bit of speed going here. Those coffee cups start to add up after a bit. If the stats are the same as Risk of Rain 2, which I would kind of guess, the coffee cup is worth half of the speed of a goat hoof and half of the attack speed of a syringe. So it's kind of like we got 3 and 3 right now, but I like the spread for just ease of keeping our number of items in line. I'll come back for that in a bit. Is that going to give me enough money? Yeah. All right. Oh, damn it. I only just saw that one, and I got hit by its huge hurt box from its chomp. Man. And get snuck up on and eaten by the worst enemy in the game. Well, that's it. Time to retire, everybody. Hey, who am I kidding? That's not the most embarrassing failure I've had on camera. Not by a wide margin. Excuse me. Yeah, we'll do that. Just get the ball rolling. There we go. We timed that perfectly so we didn't shatter our knees again. That's good. Ah, hey. Wasn't expecting that guy to get close enough that fast. See a backup magazine in there. That will be quite nice. Actually, the crowbar. The crowbar is what I want, because the crowbar is bonus damage to targets with higher health. So anything to speed up those kills. Never mind. Never mind. I can just land in the hurt box again. Just taking some shots, some stuff off screen there. I have no idea what any of it was. That should increase our damage output quite a bit. At least those 2 crowbars. We just now have to not end up in a position where we're getting hit by a weird part of the hurt box on those lizards. Take a syringe from that shop. We're gonna just try to see if we can do something to help us bull rush our way down to the... Oh, come on. I'm never really sure, to be fair, of like some of where the magma worm hits, other than obviously where the fire shows up. I mean, clearly the fire is deadly, but like sometimes it feels like it hits you and then it doesn't. Especially if you're in the air, it seems to just be like, yeah, actually, I don't really feel like it today. And then sometimes it will. Down this rope, dude. Come on. Jumped as soon as it got off, too, so. That fellow was ready for me. We're just gonna go for the coffees. Now, taking a different tack here with our choice of use item and going for something significantly more aggressive. Because as nice as spawning more chests is, I kind of think I should try actually getting this. Ah, yes, look at these things here that I can't actually get at. That's... Well, we can now, actually, because we can buy ourselves a Hoopa Feather. And we can do that. That's right, game. I wanted a coffee cup from that shop, and I'm gonna actually get it this time. Right. Where's their rockets? There they are. I just couldn't remember what they looked like. Because some of these changed sprites are significantly different even when they don't look like it. It can really throw me off. That was worrying. The Vagrant. Nobody's favorites. But it's dead, so that's the important part. I was expecting the auto turn, which usually the V button will do that, but that time not so much. Alright, and this time we're on to a stage 2. Alright, where's our... So far I haven't seen any items, which is kind of a shame. I'm sure there's something around, probably. Maybe. Oh, the spitters are quite irritating. They can end that... They can end our run from, like, any angle, almost. And very quickly. I had a feeling you could climb up that rope. It's a matter of when you chose to do it, buddy. Ooh, an ancient wisp. Fuck! Those guys... the tubers, which they don't really look that much like potatoes or any other tuber that I'm aware of. They have weird attack patterns. So, yeah, needless to say, this is not going to be easy. But I don't think it was expected to be. I mean, it did say do something, you know, complete a fairly large part of the game, really, without taking any damage. That's a pretty tall ask, all considered. Yeah, I didn't have a good feeling that we'd be able to get out of that when it was being camped like that, but... I wasn't sure if we had that log or something. Yeah, pretty much. You know, I'm doing this the Chump's way. Why am I not just buying crap tons of barbed wire? I don't need to worry about that minor challenge that I haven't done yet, because I'll do it later. Let's just make this significantly easier on ourselves by basically encapsulating ourselves in a huge barbed wire fence. So that way anything that comes at us will just die. In this case, I mean it. That jellyfish just popped instantly. This is actually my old favorite of the strategies for the command artifact, is just every single white drop becomes a barbed wire, and you just walk through the game. Because everything pretty much dies as soon as it spawns, because you've got this massive fence of pain. Of course, right now it's quite small, but we'll get there. Gonna say, is anything else gonna spawn? And yeah, the golems take a couple more ticks, but that's fine. Of course they do. Somehow that one lizard ignored our first hit. That's very weird. Okay, so the lizards can actually attack you while they're on the same rope as you. Good to know. Thankfully, though, we didn't get hit by that. I think that it's apparently go underground move while it was in midair. That's interesting. And there's our 56 leaf clover, one of the bigger game breakers in this game. For the fact that it has this ability to just create more items. I've seen some pretty funny stuff happen with it in the original too, but in general it's just a ridiculous concept of, hey, here's the thing where okay, sometimes they're getting through the barbed wire, and I don't 100% know if it's just from, like, the timing of when the ticks are or something. But regardless, that was pretty mean. Kind of fuck you, game. I think we unlocked this while we were on stream yesterday, the Voltaic Mitt. You can see the damage isn't quite a one-shot, but it's something. Ah, good. Glad this is what we get to see. I didn't let go of the fire button fast enough, so I was still going slowly. And now I'm exactly 1 gold short of being able to grab this big chest. Game, that's just rude. Red? Red. Alright. Dagger. Yeah, I see one more big chest down here that I want to try to farm up enough cash for. Then we're going to move on. Take that because, again, multi-kills are probably a good idea. Means that I probably should go for gasoline, whites or something. Hey, turn around. There we go. No teleporter over there? Huh. Kind of surprised. Oh, I see. 'Cause it's over here. Gotcha. Yeah, we're taking our missiles. That's the wrong button. We got away with it, though. Somehow. Let's pick up a couple of drones as we find them. For support. Because we're gonna need it. Fucking hell! I couldn't see him! That's the worst. Well, so much for our ceremonial dagger, which was helping us out so much. The game was just like, no, you don't get to have that anymore. It's the only item out of that shop that actually has value. Because we're not allowed to lose health for the other ones. Well, for the monster tooth, anyway. And the barrier from the topaz brooch may save our lives. But we don't want that, actually. Again, you know, despite appearances, we are theoretically trying to win this. And there's me fat fingering the wrong key again when I'm trying to dodge roll. Ah, yes, those dudes who I can never tell if they're going to be able to attack from under the ground or not. There we go, Ceremonial Dagger. I'm going to take this to provide us with some semblance of protection up close. Because in theory, having more different sources of close-in damage should mean that we have less of an opportunity of melee enemies getting through. Because we've seen that that's the thing we have to worry about, because this game is insanely rude. Can you believe I've been live for 2 hours and I've gotten, like, nothing done? I can. Alright, this should hopefully... I think this one's going to be easier than the other map to just not get killed in. Alright, so this time we're going to retrieve our equipment, and we're going to pick up the Nematocyst nozzle. Because it's pretty similar to the rockets, but it has a significantly shorter cooldown. Unfortunately, we still have to sit through the rocket's cooldown for the time being. Or what's left of it, anyway. Oh, hey, look, 5 temporary stacks of life savings. I wonder if that actually, if this will recoup its cost. I would be quite surprised if it did, but it should be interesting to see. You know, I feel like we're gaining at a reasonable rate here. There's also all the other stuff being killed to worry about, so... Oh, those can climb ropes now, too? I'm pretty sure they haven't always been able to do that. Let's heal. Ah, here's some shit spawning in. Ah, it's our old buddy. I don't know where I got hit from. And that pisses me off because it dropped a fucking red. That could have been very useful. But nope. Game just decided to end my fun again. Seriously, that thing was nowhere near me, despite the game's insistence that I died from the magma worm. That... just... ugh. Alright, back we go. We're going for a minimum of goofing around here. We're just gonna try to hit the teleporter as soon as possible and go. Unfortunately, it had to be this shithole level. This is seriously not a good place to do that. So we're actually going to turn the... I'm going back in here. I'm turning the Artifact of Kin on, because that should help us, like, get fewer garbage enemies, or if we do, we know how to deal with them. And by know how to deal with them, I mean we don't have to worry about any surprises, basically. Take that. Get a minimum of fucking around. Come back for the items in a bit. Teleporter will give me cash. Just have to actually find it. And it's the other way. Alright. Oh, there it is. It's quite easy. think I got an idea as to how you get at that. I don't know if we're in a position where we can right now, but yeah, let's try, I guess. Oh, I thought for sure that was going to hit me. Alright, off we go. And we've got an easy enemy here for once. Okay, good. I was worried, because, yeah. We've seen what kind of miserable garbage can spawn here, so I thought it was going to be more of that. Yet for some reason the game decided not to go that direction. Oh ye gods, that's a lot of lizards. Shit, that was ridiculous. What, are you feeding me a hidden trial of the mountain that I don't know about, game? At this point I can believe it, but also... You know, if so, I don't like that. Alright, we're on a stage 3. It's ice golems, but that's fine. We can put up with that, I'm pretty sure. As long as they primarily spawn a reasonable distance away from us anyway. That's useless. Why'd I pick that? Should've just let it time out if I was gonna, you know, if I was just gonna quick pick like that. So I've ended up with something completely worthless. And not just because the medkits are usually a little bit on the underwhelming side as items go. Oh, this could be trouble. There we go. That's right, we should remember that we can use our items on ladders. Keep stacking those ATGs. Because in this game, stacking them increases proc chance, not damage. So it is very useful to us to be able to do that. Four, 3, 2, 1, go. Hey, we did it. That item does not look like the one that I thought it was, but we'll find out sooner or later, I suppose. stand with our backs to the wall. Hold down the Z key. Fire RFR rockets as need be. Alright. And we're just barely 9 minutes in and we're on a stage 4. Oh, it's the super wisps for our enemies here. I don't really like that, but I suppose it could be worse. I am going to try and rush this down and see if we can get a win out of this, because if we can, that would be really, really funny to me. I don't have to worry about the fall damage anymore. Take falls if I want to. Oh yeah, and the flat health shrines are just completely unusable with the glass artifact. They don't scale worth anything. I think that was the thing in the original game too, but it's been way too long since I've been in that position to actually have noticed. So I can't actually tell you about that. Archaic Wisp, that's what they're called. And hey, we got the die 50 times thing. Neat. Unlocks Mace Replica. That's new. Reds do we have that we... Yes, it's like... Pull the Hyper Threader from the game? Huh. Alright, so... I'm gonna go and... We're gonna grab the Sniper's Unlocks real quick. Which are 10 one-hit kills in a row and 15... 15 bonus reloads in a row. Curious, is this force the reload minigame? Yeah. I don't think that was what we were looking for. Yeah, I think we want to get in there. And that would have just been a little bit off. But as you can see, this is quite easy to just, you know, anytime you have a breather to work it out. There you go. 15 consecutive perfect reloads, and we get shot in the back in a rather embarrassing manner. Oh well. I'm terrible as a sniper anyway, so yeah. But yeah, the crudely drawn buddy. It looks significantly uglier than it used to. That's a shame. Ooh, greater wisps. That is significantly shittier to deal with. That was pretty slick. I'm not one to toot my own horn, at least about most things, but that, sheesh. Arcade shmups. There are a few of that sort of variety that I have considered, but not a lot. And not very much, because, again, most of what I like to do is, well, usually more RPG kind of stuff, but I could probably at some point look into some of those. So for the sniper, the big item that we really want are the crowbars. And movement items are good too, but... One other thing is that for arcade specifically, you know, to take it as literally as possible of it being arcade hardware, the last time I tried doing anything with MAME, I found it to be kind of a pain in the ass. So I'd have to, like, take a look at that again and see if I can negotiate that a little better. You know, I heard one of these guys somewhere. I don't know where. I don't know where. And there's our exit finally. Once again, excuse me. I'm sorry. I am quite sleepy. I've been up for an amount of time that is not short. Hey, jellyfish. That might be a little better. Well, at the very least, gamepad binding should be a thing that is significantly more, pardon me. Gamepad binding should be a thing that's at least reasonably doable by use of DS4 Windows. And you can just be like, okay, yeah, here's a custom set that we have just for this. And we make sure that we switch over to that when we are doing stuff in Neo Rage or anything like that. But that's specifically if you're using a PS4 controller, which I'm sitting here like, how many buttons did the Neo Geo thing have? Because I'm pretty sure that even the home one was an arcade stick. Which reminds me again that, yeah, I've got a bunch of arcade stick parts hanging out over here that I should actually see about putting that together at some point. Ah, yes, good. I'm glad that they gave us some missile firing ones, too. And there we go. We unlocked the sniper scope, whatever it's called. Oh, that's just how Twitch is at this point. And yeah, that's fine. We just wanted the items for sniper. I'll deal with actually playing as sniper some other time. I guess we can go take a look at the challenges here. See how many character-based ones we're missing here. This one, which we haven't even seen yet. Wait a sec. That is something that's in the reds, right? So, I mean, it could be that. Would be interesting. I was curious how much damage that does. 35% up to plus 20% per stack. Interesting.